Hello friends, welcome to the Technical Study Place YouTube channel. In this video, we will learn about what is raster scan display and how it works. So without any wasting the time, let's begin. So in the previous video, we have learned about vector scan display. So today we will learn about raster scan display. Okay, the only difference between vector scan display and raster scan display is in this raster scan display we have the video controller, but in the vector scan display we don't have any kind of video controller. But in the raster scan display, whatever the image has to be drawn on the CRT screen, that is directly where we want on that particular area only, that the electrons will go and strike on that place only, the image will be generated. But whereas in the raster scan display, the image will the beam will scan line by line and generate the image. So this we will study in detail. Okay, so we know that how vector scan display works. So whatever the data is there, whatever the commands is there, whatever the display list is there, whatever the information is there, that is the information is stored in the commands, and the commands is stored in the display buffer memory. And the display control what will take, so that information will go to the central processing unit and come back. So that information will taken by the display controller, and that information taken by the display controller, and this display controller will pass that information to beam. Okay, I have explained in the cathode ray tube, and that information passed to the beam, and the beam will take that information and strike it onto the screen, phosphor screen. Okay, according to that, wherever the image we want to generate, on that place only, on that particular area only, the image, whatever the image will be there, that will be generated. So this is the working of the vector scan display. Okay, so in vector scan display, only three things we can display here, that is points, characters and lines. But whereas here we can generate many kind of things. So here what will happen here, so video controller is there, that will take the information from the refresh buffer. This is the refresh buffer. Okay, in this refresh buffer, zeros and ones are there. This is the information. Okay, zeros means no need to write, nothing write in the screen, means no writing in the screen, means the beam will not write anything on the screen, means nothing is there. Zero means no information. Okay, but whereas one means something information is there, that has to be displayed on the screen, that has to be drawn on the screen. Okay, so zeros means nothing to write, one means something to write. Okay, so what will it do in the refresh buffer? This is the refresh buffer. Okay, so this video controller will take that information and pass it to the beam. Okay, beam, and beam will take that information, and beam will strike it on the screen, but line to line. How it will do, let's see. Suppose think it is a screen. Okay, screen, in this dots are there. What is this? Dots are the pixels. So the pixels is the smallest item, which can be in square, in circle, or in rectangle. Okay, so in the screen the lines also be there. Okay, these lines are called scan lines, these are called pixels, these are called scan lines. So now we will put these pixels in the scan lines. So like that, so like this it will become. Okay, so like this you can see it. So what happens here, the video controller will take the information from the refresh buffer, means the zeros and ones, the information will be taken by the video controller and pass it to the beam. Okay, so the beam will scan these pixels. So I had explained in the pixel. So this is the CRT screen. Okay, see, in the CRT screen, pixels are there. So we know that pixels is the smallest item, we just now I told that. And pixels have, I will explain this one again, how it will generate the color. I will explain, but I will tell one more time. But how it will strike it on the screen, like zeros and ones. I just now told that zeros means nothing to display, means no image, no information is there, means no nothing will it will be displayed. So it will scan by line, pixel to pixel. So what will done by this will done by the beam. Okay. Just now I told that beam. Okay, this is the beam. Okay, I will explain this in cathode ray tube video. So this is the beam. So the video controller will take that information, zeros and ones, and pass it to the beam, and the beam will, according to this zeros and ones, it will strike it on the screen, phosphor screen. Okay, so zeros means no display, means nothing is there to display. Ones means something information is there that will be displayed. So it will so the beam will check scan. Just now I told that these lines are the scan lines and these are the pixels. The pixels are being put it on the scan lines. So the beam will check one pixel by pixel, pixel by pixel, pixel by pixel, means scanning, there is scanning the line. Okay, so the beam is, suppose think it is a beam, the pink this cursor is a beam. So it is scanning line by line, means starting first line is zeros are there na. So zeros means what will happen, no information to display. So it is scanning to now beam is on. Okay, now beam, it is scanning means no information to display. Now the beam is off after the end of the line. So the beam will come here to here. So from here to here, whatever the distance is there, so till here the beam will be off. Now the beam is on, again on. So next what is there, something 5 zeros are there, after that some ones are there. So till 5 pixels or something, no, nothing is there to display. After 1 is there, some information is there, so now it will display something which will be drawn on the image of the screen. Okay, so what I mean to say it is, so wherever zeros is there, there will be beam will be no, there is nothing to write, there is nothing to draw. But whereas in the ones is there will strike it on the screen, whatever the information is there, whatever information is there, that will be struck on the screen. So this is done by scanning by line to line. Okay, from now beam is on, scanning the line till the end of the line. Now beam is off till the beam comes to the next line starting. Okay, from here to here, whatever the distance is there, from first line end to second line start, so the beam will be off. So now again the beam is on. Now the beam will scan the line, so pixel by pixel, and whatever the zeros and ones are there. So the zeros means no, nothing to write. Ones means some information is there, that will be printed. So like this all lines will be printed. Okay, so like this all lines will be printed. So what zeros means no, nothing to write. Ones means printed. So here zeros are there, means no need to write. So here till here zeros are there, no need to write. One means some information is to there. So like this all lines have been scanned now. Okay, till here is there. Now suppose think here, now beam is here. So like this all zeros and ones information is there, that has been drawn. Something like T will be generated. Okay, some like T will be generated. So we know that from through zeros and ones, T will be some information is that T will be generated. So but in the pixels, I have explained in the pixels video, the pixels has 3 components, that is red, green and blue. Okay, means we call it as RGB also. Okay, that it has numerical data value, means RGB color has also the numerical data value. Each color has 8 bits. R means red color has 8 bits, green means green color has 8 bits, blue means blue color had also 8 bits, total 24 bits, means 3 bytes. Okay, 8 bits means 1 byte, so like that 3 bytes. So the frame buffer holds the intensity value of the pixel. So whatever the video controller will take that information and pass to the beam, and the beam will strike it on the screen, so the image will be generated. So what the image will be generated, but which color which means how the color will be generated, that color that color is holded by the pixel. Okay, means the pixel has 3 colors, red, green and blue. According to that color only we will generate the color on the screen. Okay, so this intensity of the pixel holds by the frame buffer. Okay, so this frame buffer holds the intensity of the pixel according to the pixel value. Just now I told that 3 bits of the color. If you have not seen the pixel video, just go and see, it is very important. So just now I told that the pixel has 3 bits, 3 bits, 3 bits, sorry, it means 8 bytes, 8 bytes, 8 bytes, 8 bytes, that is of red, green and blue. Okay, so like this total 3 bytes will happen. So like this each color has the 0 to 255 color range. So according to this we can increase or decrease the intensity of the pixel. So this holded by the frame buffer. Okay, according to this the image color we can generate, different colors we can be generated by the pixel that is stored in the pixel, and this pixel intensity will be increased or decreased by, means intensity value we can increase or decrease, this holded by the frame buffer. Okay, next is the displayed image is stored in the form of zeros and ones in the refresh buffer. Just now I told that this is the refresh buffer which holds the zeros and ones. This is the information. The video controller reads the refresh buffer and produces the actual image on the screen. Just now I told that video controller will take the information that is zeros and ones and produces the actual image on the screen, and that information will pass to the beam, and that beam will be generated the image on the screen. Okay, it does this by scanning one scan line at a time from top to bottom and then back to top. Means just now I have told that the buffer will scan line by line. Okay, learn the beam is on, the beam is the beam is here, it scan one line. Now the beam is off, now the beam is on. Means the from starting of the line the beam is on. Now when it comes to the end of the line, the beam will be off till it goes to the next line. Okay, so from here to here, the whatever the distance will be there, the beam will be off. When it starts the next line, the beam will be on. Okay, so like that all lines will be scanned from here. So again it will be go to the top. So what I mean to say is, it does this one scan line at a time, means scanning line to line, one line by line. Okay, from top to bottom and bottom to top. Okay, scanning line by line, the beam will scan line by line from top to bottom and bottom to top. So once the beam will reach to the last line, and again it goes to the top. Okay, so only this much is there in the raster scan display. The only difference in the raster scan display and vector scan display is, in the raster scan display video controller is there, here video controller is not there. But in the vector scan display, whatever the image has to be drawn on the screen, that will be directly on that particular area only. The beam will strike here and it will be drawn here. But whereas in the raster scan display, it will scan line by line, pixel by pixel. So like this the image will be drawn, whatever the T is there, whatever according to the zeros and ones, the image will be drawn according to by scanning by line. This is the difference between raster scan and vector scan display. If you have any kind of doubts, please comment below, because the comment section is open for you only. If you want notes, the website link is given in the description, you can go and check it out. The telegram links is also given in the description. Please go and follow there, because the daily updates will be posted there. Hit the like button and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon also. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.